Hey folks, welcome to MoGraph Plus. This video is a free sample from our course, The Ultimate Introduction to VRIFOR Cinema 4D. It's a massive 13 plus hours course in which we explore all the aspects of VRIFOR Cinema 4D thoroughly. Make sure to check it out, the link is in the description. Also be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Now let's pick up the pace a bit and go for a wood parquet shader. So create a new VRI material and assign it. Add a VRI bitmap node and load this parquet.png texture. Connect it to the diffuse color input of the material. As this is the diffuse color texture and we are in ACES, set the RGB color space to sRGB. I'm going to set the tiling to around 0.75 as well. I'd like to use the roughness mode when using VRI material, so let's change the reflection mode to roughness. Set the reflection color to white. Roughness to 0 for now. IOR can remain at the default state as we discussed earlier. Now let's go for the reflection roughness immediately and load this parquet roughness texture through a VRI bitmap node. Change the color space to raw and tiling 2.75 like our diffuse color texture. Like the previous shader, I'm going to quickly invert the texture as this texture was created for glossiness workflow. If I take a look at the texture, you notice the narrow edge between the boards are black, which if used as roughness map will end up giving us sharp reflections on those areas. And the wood grains are also darker, which again makes the surface sharper if used as the roughness texture. By inverting it, the map will be proper to be used as a roughness texture. Let's add an invert node after the texture. Now we can connect it directly to the reflection roughness input, or like the plastic shader, let's put it through a remap node for further adjustments if needed. So connect the roughness texture to a remap and connect the remap node to the reflection roughness input of the VRI material. I'm just gonna make the dark values a bit brighter by increasing the first point Y value to around 0.1. And that would make the sharp parts less sharp. Let's quickly add some bump mapping as well. I'm gonna copy the reflection roughness map and load this parquet underscore bump texture. If we take a look at the texture, we know for bump textures, the black pixels cause indent and this map looks right at its original state. So we can connect it to the bump map input of the VRI material. Obviously the bump amount is way too much, so let's decrease it to around 1.1 in the material. Now let's add that general waviness like the plastic shader. I'm just gonna steal the noise and the bump material nodes from one of the plastic shaders and paste them here. Now connect the bump material to the output shader and connect the parquet material to the base material input of the bump material. Finally, let's add the coats layer. Just set the coat amount 2.3, coat roughness 2.1 as I don't want it to be extremely sharp, and coat IR to around 1.25 so the coating will be limited to only the incidence angles. And here is our Parquet shader. Let me show you the final render as well. Make sure to visit our website mographplus.com and check out our premium CGI and rendering courses for Cinema 4D, 3ds Max, Maya, Arnold, Corona, V-Ray, Redshift, and much more. See you in the next one.